Hello and welcome back. And for those of you joining us for the very first time, my name is Michael Crane of Smart Business Evolution, otherwise known as SBE, proud to present on-demand training for the clients of Vicinity LA. Now, these extremely short training segments are designed to quickly deliver relevant insight to help you and your business reach further towards its full potential. But we know you're busy, and that is exactly why we only keep these to a few minutes in duration, no more than 10. So let's go ahead and jump into today's session. And that is what a cooked ham can do for your marketing and sales success. This wisdom comes from our good friend Zig Ziglar, and he used to share a story about a young couple who comes home from work and they quickly make their way to the kitchen to cook the evening meal. The wife takes this big, beautiful ham out of the refrigerator, but then she cuts an end of the ham off and then places the ham into the oven. And of course, after a matter of time, it sits in the center of the kitchen table and it looks and it smells great. But tonight, the husband has a question, and that is, why do we always cut the end of the ham off? And the wife says, I don't know. It's just what my mother has always done. So they call Mom. Mom, why do we always cut the end of the ham off? And she says, I don't know. It's just what your grandmother has always done. Well, they go and they visit grandmother, and of course the conversation comes up, Grandma, why do we always cut the end of the ham off? And she says, I have no idea why you do it. I do it because my oven is too small. It's a fun, quirky story, but it does articulate what we do all too often in business, especially marketing. A lot of times we repeat a process and we don't even know why we do it that way. But what we do realize is it doesn't produce the results that we wish that it would. How many times have you issued a marketing campaign and it didn't produce the results that you wanted? Now, this is a question that a lot of clients ask of Vicinity LA. Specifically, a lot of people come to Vicinity LA and say, how can I make some adjustments to corporate marketing material and refine it so that it becomes relevant to my clients in my marketplace, in the culture in which I do business in? That's an excellent question. And Vicinity LA has many ways in which they can help you with this. But one such way is to make sure that you also include case studies. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the term, case studies are nothing more than a short story from your client's perspective about a problem that they had and the solution that you provided. But there's many different ways in which you can write a case study, but Vicinity LA has a very effective way to do it, and it's a simple 3-step approach, and I'd like to share that with you right now. The 3 steps are: step number 1, have the clients describe the problem that they had. Step number 2, have them describe the steps that you took to create a solution. And of course, step number 3, have them describe the specific positive impact that you had on their business. Now, what I'd like to do is show you some samples of how to get this done and what it should look like. So let's go back to number 1. Number 1, have them describe the problem that they were in. Here's a sample. As a 5-star steakhouse in Seattle, we're known for our impeccable cuisine, upper-crust clientele, and posh insides. We paneled our interior walls with antique oak, and our ceilings are Italian hand-painted tile. When we decided to upgrade our audio-video system, standard installation risked damaging our grand interiors. We said that in step 1 is to describe the customer's problem. In this case, the problem is obvious. Installing an audio-visual system would damage our interiors. Okay, so now we're on to number 2. Have them describe the step-by-step process that you took to create a solution. And again, here's another sample. Al's Audio assessed the needs and requirements of Belvedere with a free on-site consultation. Al's technician quickly got to work on off-peak hours as not to disturb the patrons, ensuring all wiring was installed strategically and without disturbing existing fixtures was a high priority. Okay, so notice the details in step 2 of this case study. We wanted to share all the specific ways we addressed or the vendor addressed the particular problem outlined in step number 1. It's the opportunity to describe the unique benefits of the solution and your personalized service to solve the problem of the local customer that your readers can actually relate to. Okay, step number 3, have them describe the specific positive impact that you had on their business. You really want to try to get this down to just one sentence. But again, here's another sample. Okay, so what we're looking for here is the positive impact. In this step, you hope to get down to just one sentence describing exactly how the solution created favorable impact. So let's take a look. Not only was the execution flawless, Owls also recommended how Belvedere might improve employee satisfaction by adding a television to the break room. So in this sample, we see that Al was able to capture within one sentence exactly the positive impact that he had with the client. It was flawless, and they went over and above by suggesting that they can even improve employee satisfaction scores. What a great way to articulate exactly what you can do for another local client within the market he serves. Okay, let's review. Step number 1, have them describe, your client describe the problem that they had. Step number 2, have them describe the step-by-step process that you took to create a solution. And of course, step number 3 is have them describe the specific positive impact that you had. Then you want to take this case study and allow it to become the centerpiece of all of your marketing materials. Start with it first. And what we want to do is send it directly to our prospects. Now, there's many different ways in which we can do this. But here is a way that we can help make sure that our prospects actually read it. Here we go. This is a very simple but extremely effective method for ensuring that your prospects actually read what you're sending to them. Instead of sending them the case study in a white envelope, which often gets discarded because they perceive it as mass mailing, we want to send it in a colored envelope. Pink, green, blue, so on and so forth. And then we want to make sure that we handwrite the address on the front because now it feels more personal. It's not mass mailing. I'm taking the time to provide individual care. Now, on the inside, we also want to include a simple note such as, "Greetings, Fred. One of your local industry colleagues recently had a very unique situation come up that we were able to provide a solution for. I thought you might appreciate his story, and if you too ever find yourself in a similar situation, know that we are eager, able, and happy to help." This method is extremely effective, but of course it's not 100%, but it does increase the percentage of people that not only read what it is that you've sent, but because it's coming from the voice of a client that you've already satisfied, the believability factor has greatly increased, and that's what produces greater results. Okay, as we bring today's session to a close, allow me to share this. There is nothing more common than a slogan without substance, even when we have great intent and design behind our product or service. The clients will only hear and see us as me too because oftentimes we are saying the exact same thing as our competitors are saying. Even though we may be better than, to them it sounds and looks a lot alike. So how do we break through and bring real substance to our marketing initiatives? By creating these case studies and leading with our case studies, because after all, it's about real clients in our real marketplace, talking about a real problem that they had and the solutions that we provided already. Now that will grab the attention of your prospects, and therefore you'll see new business. For more information about Vicinity LA and all that they can do for you, you can find their web address right here. Until next time, my name is Michael Crane, and may we all continue the journey of closing that gap between good and great.